In this video, I'll be representing context with equations. So today, you want to be able to explain what the solution to an equation means for the situation and really try to start working towards being able to write and solve equations to represent situations that involve rational numbers. When writing an equation to represent a situation, how do you decide what your variable represents? Sometimes that's a really sticking point for students. Typically, your variable will be the unknown that the question asks you to solve for. So let's look at a couple of problems. And your goal is going to be to write an equation to represent each situation and solve the equation and answer the question. So here's problem 1. The temperature is -3 degrees and it falls to -17 degrees Celsius. I want you to write an equation to represent the situation and then find the change. Okay, since this asks for the change, it's logical to make your variable stand for the change. So we're going to let x represent the change in temperature. So when you were thinking about this situation, it starts at -3, it changes, and then it ends up at -17. So a good equation would be -3 plus x equals -17. When we try to solve this equation and get x all alone by itself, we're going to add 3 to both sides. Because -3 plus 3 equals 0, we're just left with x equals -14. That means that the change in temperature is -14 degrees Celsius. All right, problem 2. A starfish is descending by 2/3 feet every hour. I want you to write an equation to find out how many hours, h, it will take the starfish to go down 6 feet. So this time they kind of already tell you your variable. You're looking for the hours and they ask you to call it h. So h is going to be the time in hours. Because it's descending by 2/3 feet every hour, the rate is -2/3 feet. So -2/3 times the number of hours equals -6 because you want it to end at -6 feet. To solve this equation and get h by itself, we can multiply both sides by the reciprocal of -2/3. The reciprocal of -2/3 is -3/2. So when we multiply -3/2 times -2/3, that just gets 1. So we have h equals +9. That means it will take the starfish 9 hours to go down 6 feet. All right, hopefully this gives you a little bit of help when you're trying to explain what the solution to an equation means for the situation, and also to just get fluent at writing and solving